CarTraction. In this video I will be talking about two very nice examples of 2-gallon petrol cans that I bought recently, one of which is an Esso example and one of which is a Shell one. Now, we haven't touched these since we bought them, so today we're going to have a go at oily ragging them and cleaning them up and eventually putting them in my workshop. So let's have a closer look at this one. First of all, the Esso one. Nice emblem, very straight. Well, I say that gesturing to the most dented side. It's better this side, very nice, not rusty at all. Got its original cap. And you can see on the bottom it says Velour. That was one of the manufacturers that made these cans. It says 243, this one, so that means that it was made in February 1943. So that's how you date a can of this age. Now, the later ones did lack this, but if you'll have a can of this style or a similar age, then make sure to look at the bottom or clean up the bottom if it's a bit rusty, because you can tell the date. Right, so let's take a closer look at the Shell Motor Spirit can. I may have noticed each of these have 3 shillings stamped on them. Now, this was a returnable deposit, so what you do is you'd buy your can of petrol, you'd use the contents, and then you'd have to return the can itself, and then you'd get your 3 shillings back onto the can itself. We've got Shell Mex top here. That would, I believe, be found on the Shell Mex BP cans, but it's Shell anyway, so. Anyway, this one is very straight. I'm sure it'll clean up a lot better, especially on the top. Let's see what date this one is. Once again, a very solid bottom. It's Velour, February 1945 this time. So both of them are very old era. Right, so first of all, the Shell Motor Spirit can is going to get the treatment. Now, oily ragging your tools or cans or tins or anything like that is a good benefit. It's a win-win really, as you can get a protective layer, which means that it won't rust or rust as quickly, and also it really brings up the colours, and you can sometimes get some of the grime off with a wire brush or even just rubbing it over with a rag. So let's see if this one will come up any better. See, look how much better that is. Only a couple of seconds. I'm not done yet, but that's a lot better than it was. Nice writing on the side there. You can see again, huge benefit from just a quick wipe with some WD-40 or GT85 or whatever. Drop the can. Try and bring up some of this nice writing. I'm sure this writing will come up a lot better. A bit of oil. There you go. So I'll do that on the rest of the top of the can, including the cap, but I'll do that at a later stage. Come up a lot better. give the handle a quick spray. And there you go. All that's left to do now is the cap, and I'll do that separately and take that off. This cap didn't look great when we got it, but you can see I haven't finished yet. But looking a load better already. Do the sides as well. And there you go, one cleaned up cap. Just a bit there. So now we can put that back on the can. And there you go. So now I think I'll have a go at the Esso can. Now that I've done the main body of the tin, I'll have a go at this nice Esso cap. Well, I'm chuffed with how they came out, so all I have to do now is find a place in my oh so spacious workshop. Now in here there are a few more nice tins or oil cans. You can see there are 3 here, Shell Talona oil, which I got a long time ago. Then you got these 2, a nice Castrol one and an Esso Lube one. Now these recently appeared in another clean-up video on my dad's channel, which is Old Classic Car. And then over here we have my other 2 gallon, I know that sounds odd, cans. I got an Esso one here with a stamp that says racing fuel. And then there's one on the top which I bought recently, nice green Pratts one. And hopefully I can get all these ones together somehow. Let the clearing begin. Okay, then let's see if they fit. They look good there. Now I just have to find a place for all these spanners. Right, well, I think we can call that a success. Everything's back in place. I'd like to thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe to the channel if you have not done so already. And I'd love to hear if you like this sort of thing in the comments section below. Thanks for watching.